We're back here in the final segment of the platform this evening with Vivian Whiyley, and Vivian Whiyley has been talking about the intrigue that we have been reading in the newspapers, the scurrilous comments that we have been reading, the affidavits that we've seen. Now, Vivian, what should happen? The police are investigating this matter, I am told. We understand that the matter is being investigated by the police. Those people who produced the affidavit, those who submitted themselves and submitted affidavits, they seem to be in quite a precarious position as far as I can see.
It's a serious case. It's no joking matter.
Mm.
I happen to realize that the commissioner of police, he don't play when it comes to law and order. But the commissioner of police was overlooked until they had this thing put together. The commissioner will now have an investigation done into these claims, because as a matter of national security, we have to know if this is true. So those guys need to defend what they said. Now, Mr. Bacon is a known gun owner. If you could check back the records in Mr. Bacon's place, Mr. Bacon, I told you this when I first started to do the show, Mr. Bacon is collect guns. He's a hunter.
Yeah, you claim that you saw.
I ain't claim that. I saw that. Because I'm old enough to know what a gun is, you think? They were guns. They were up on the wall, on mantles, and Bacon, I don't know, could he produce gun permits for these high-powered weapons?
I don't know. I don't know.
What I'm saying to you is, who is in danger? The guy who likes to go on safari killing animals, or the guy who always surrounded by models?
That's immaterial to what we are talking about. Whether Mr. Bacon owns guns or not is not very material here.
It is material to me because he is claiming.
No, that may be material to you, but that is not material for the purpose of what we are discussing. Whether or not he has guns, it's really not material here. We are talking about, and we don't know who has weapons in the country. You said that you saw weapons on display. You don't know whether or not they were real or they were fake. You don't know. So I really don't want to go there. Okay?
Let's don't.
No, don't go there.
But I know a real gun when I see it.
Yeah. But
off the record, forget Bacon. I know a real gun when I see it.
Fine. Good. I don't want you to sully a good program with innuendos that are not
okay, let's get back to the point.
Yeah, the point is what should happen moving forward. What is the position of, for instance, Peter Nygaard, you think?
I think Peter Nygaard should be given the right to rebuild his house. I think that the Crown should act on the accreted land. I think that the government should expel Louis Bacon for this last round of chaos he caused, because Mr. Nygaard has been trying to get a stem cell research center built in the Bahamas. That would bring us a lot of income, create jobs. I believe that on the side of the Commissioner of Police, I believe he should check into extortion as a part of his investigation, and if it's been found that these guys was playing one against the other just to get the money, well, either they...
Playing one against the other seems as though they're playing two sides against the middle.
Well, same difference.
One against the other is different from two sides against the middle.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you're playing two sides, you were in the middle and you're playing two sides.
To me, we're saying the same thing. My whole thing is, Mr. Jones, where are these guys now? That is what the police commissioner has to find. Because let me tell you something. I talk with Mr. Nygaard from time to time. Mr. Nygaard is very, 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 very hurt because the government has not acted. It's not about the money. Mr. Nygaard could live anywhere in the world. So can Mr. Bacon. The only thing we getting out of this is bad press. Mr. Nygaard asked Mr. Bacon to come to the table so they could squash this and put this money what they spending on lawyers into education or culture or history. They're the things that make sense. This whole matter,
It has gotten nasty.
yeah, it's just money. It's like I have more money than you, and the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy, and guess what? The people are angry. The Bahamian people,
And the people
are
who are
angry.
making the money are the lawyers.
You know, Mr. Jones, the Prime Minister is a lawyer, right? The former Prime Minister was the lawyer, and the first in the independent, they lawyers. Lawyers are people that Bahamians look up to. But here's the thing. A person who is not honest and have the people at heart, whether they're lawyer, doctor, or whatever, they're dishonest. And so I don't want to leave it at lawyer. I want to put it on honesty. Why did you get elected? Most people in the Bahamas are of the opinion that these guys go into parliament to get rich. Most Bahamians have decided that the progressive liberal government is not doing enough for the people. This whole scenario is because by May of 2017, what has to happen, Mr. Jones? It's rhetorical. There has to be a general election. Okay? By May of 2007, that's 14 months away. This is the political season. Stories like these are going to get dirtier and dirtier because they are making them up. Mr. Jones, there were 5 full-page color ads about Nygaard in the Punch today. On average, that's $1,000, maybe $1,200. This newspaper is circulated worldwide. The game that is being played on the government is we're gonna crush Nygaard and we're gonna crush you because he said that he supports you. And the government is afraid. They're not corrupt, they're scared. If they ain't scared, do something. Either say no or say yes. You know what they are? They like the deer staring into the headlights of an oncoming car. They have to move or they gonna feel the brunt of what Bacon saved the base, the FNM, and the DNA. Everybody gonna put in. I'm not running for no political office because that ain't my style.
So there is a confluence of forces that have come to bear on the PLP and Nygaard, you think?
Because everybody has an opinion. I want the Bahamian people to know that any businessman who has been able to successfully run a business can successfully, in my mind, run a country. It's not easy running 3,000 stores, garments, new products, PR. Mr. Nygaard is not what Louis Bacon them making him out to be. Bahamas.
So, the Bacon team is seeking, in your opinion, to discredit Peter Nygaard as much as they possibly can. And at the same time, in discrediting Nygaard, they also discredit the leadership of the government.
Yeah, let me say this to the Bahamian people. Rich people don't like poor people coming around them. They don't. Because they feel like they're going to have to share their wealth. Most rich people provide something to give away, but if you poor, they ain't want you around them. Me included. After we finished working the coalition, after I done had these dinners with Bacon them, I asked them to help me start a business. They said they don't want to touch slavery because it's a touchy subject. I asked them for startup money. All this money they done spend, millions of dollars on the coalition, T-shirts. I remember we had like 10,000 tapes made and shipped in airplanes. And they were spending crazy money like they're doing now.
This is when you were working for the Bacon Group?
No, when they were using me to stop Clifton Key development because I had the best story. I didn't make up a story. I am a descendant of the slaves of the white. And they pushed that to the point where I was nearly a celebrity, Bahamas. Y'all would have seen me.
You were paid by Bacon?
Bacon don't pay, man. They just give you chump change. They never give you enough to make you independent. Most rich people.
But you benefited in that way?
Bacon ain't never give me a dime. The people who paid me know who they are. They live in Lightfoot Key. Bacon is their spokesperson. There's a whole conspiracy, man. People think I'm stupid, but I'm very, very smart. And I don't wear a suit as good as you, Wendell, but my mind operates just like yours. Why are these people inviting me to their house for dinner? Why have they hired Robert Kennedy Jr. as an attorney to defend me to Riley Bechtel, who was funding Clifton Key developers? They use us, they continuously use us. I'm not bitter. Wake up, Bahamas, this whole thing, those two guys were used. If you think Bacon ain't got no security, think again. He always had security. His brother is the head of security at Lightfoot Key. Come on, Nygaard's house burned down under suspicious circumstances. Dan Tuckfield dies under suspicious circumstances. These things have a meaning. They have a meaning. Why is it that Louis Bacon has hired Fred Smith, Romy, CB?
Well, CB,
listen.
Hold on. I don't want
These are the people on the Save the Bears paper.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they are all hired, because some of them might be volunteers. And you see, like I said to you,
I step back. You're right.
There's libel and slander.
Let's put it this way.
And listen, I
really
don't want to get involved in. Quite frankly, I'm speaking to this issue because as a media company, we have an obligation to get the truth out. All right?
Mr.
I have no particular or pecuniary interest in this. Okay?
But
and I don't want you or anybody else to come here to libel and slander anybody.
Mr. Jones, how many times you have been found, by them to be in that? But let me explain my point.
Yeah.
All, just like you said, when they attacked you, back then, all I said,
but Bacon has been suing everybody.
Hold on. Now you understand.
Yeah, he's been suing everybody.
Now, sorry, I ain't gonna say that, but you just said what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Louis Bacon's modus operandi is lawsuits through lawyers. He puts your name in the court. When they Google your name, lawsuits. when they do a background check on Jones Communications, those allegations that Louis Bacon put on comes up. I know because I checked. Their whole thing is they understand media, Randall. And you are right. I should not, or anybody else should not be allowed to do that. And I receive your correction because that was not my intent. And if I was bordering on it, I apologize to the nation and to you.
Okay.
But my point has been, forget all the other names. Louis Bacon and Save the Bays, modus operandi is the internet, the media, the television, and guess what? They use black people to do most of the dirty work.
That's the final word. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. And we've made our programs available to Peter Nygaard, Louis Bacon, Save the Bays. They all use this media entity.
Mr. Jones, you're the best in the business.
Well, I thank you. I just want to make it clear that, you know, we don't take sides in these matters. And our media enterprise here
I appreciate
is open
JCN,
to all sides.
I appreciate JCN because JCN is exactly what you said. It's open to all sides. If you weren't open to all sides, I wouldn't be here, so thank you.
Thank you so very much. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching and listening to this program today. Good evening, everyone.